Hello! Welcome back to Nana Mouse's story time. We are reading The Adventures of Toby and Doby, and I am so happy to have you back. When we last met, we left Toby and Doby scurrying off to see their mommy because she had called to them. As we all know, when mommies and daddies call, we're supposed to go. So that's where we left off. So now let's see what happens, and let's see if Toby and Doby tell their mommy about Suzy. All right, here we go. Were you two talking to someone? Toby and Doby's mommy asked them as they ran into the kitchen. Suzy, the mice brother answered. She's our new friend. I see, their mother replied. And where did you meet this Suzy? Outside, Doby blurted out before Toby could stop him. The mother glared at them. Outside? Not outside, Mommy, Toby jumped in. Just out in the big room. We stayed behind the woodpile, Mommy, Doby added, both shaking their heads in agreement. I hope so, their mother said firmly. There is much danger outside. Mother Mouse is washing dishes, and the boys are talking to her. I remember, Mommy. Cats and traps, Doby said proudly. And poison, Toby added. And people, their mommy reminded them. People are even more dangerous than cats. People put out the traps and the poison. They put it in food. Gulp, Toby and Doby swallowed hard. And if we eat it, we'll die? That's right, their daddy said, getting home from work. Have my little boys been outside? No, Daddy, Toby replied, just out in the big room by the woodpile. They said they made a new friend today, Joe, their mommy told their daddy, a little girl mouse named Suzy. Doby started to talk, but Toby elbowed him. Shh, he said. Suzy, the daddy repeated. I don't know of a little girl mouse named Suzy that lives around here. Did her family just move to the big room, boys? Asked Daddy Mouse. Gee, I don't know, Dad, Toby answered. I haven't heard of any new families moving in, the mother replied. Have you, Joe? No, Mo, I haven't. I'll check it out at the meeting tonight, the father said, kissing his wife on the cheek. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, dear. You're probably right, the mother agreed. Go wash up for dinner, boys. Dinner, Doby started to say. Yes, Mother, Toby chimed in, grabbing Doby's arm and dragging him away. We will. They are good boys, Mother, Father Mouse said with pride, as he spread the newspaper out on the table before him. Yes, they are, Mother Mouse agreed, as she went about preparing dinner for her family. So now, Toby and Doby are in a situation. They want to tell their mommy and daddy about Suzy being a person, but if they tell, then they won't be able to play with her because she's a people, and people are dangerous to mice. So let's see what happens. Closing the bathroom door behind them, Toby put his finger to his mouth. Shh. Doby nodded as Toby sat on the edge of the tub. His big brother was thinking, and it was serious. Do you think Suzy poisoned us? Doby whispered. Toby shook his head. I don't think so, Doby. But she is a people, and people poison mice, Doby went on. She's a little people, Doby. Little people don't poison mice. Big people do, Toby explained, trying to calm his little brother. Besides, she was really nice and friendly. Yeah, Doby agreed. She really was nice. That lunch tasted too good to be poisoned. Didn't it? Yes, Toby. Yes, Doby, it was much too good to be poisoned. Besides, I have heard the older mice talk about poison. It makes you very sick. It kills you fast, too. Yep, if there was poison in the lunch, we'd be dead already, Toby concluded. Good, Doby replied, 'cause I don't want to be dead, Toby. I want more of that lunch. Me too, Toby smiled, thinking about the lunch that Suzy had brought them and how full they were. Boys, their mother called, supper's ready. Hurry up now. Both mice looked at each other and sighed. I don't think I can eat any more, Toby, Doby said, rubbing his tummy. Poor Doby. He ate too much. He's all stuffed. Me either, Toby replied. But if we don't, Mommy will wonder why we aren't hungry, and we'll have to tell her and Daddy about the lunch. Then they'll be mad, huh? Doby said. When they hear that Suzy's a little people, they'll be mad for sure. They will not let us play with her anymore. They are afraid of people. I don't want to stop playing with Suzy, Toby. I like her. She is funny. I like her too, Doby. So you know what we have to do? Eat our dinner, Doby moaned. I'm afraid so, little brother, Toby said, rumpling the hair on top of Toby's head. At least until I can figure out a way of telling them about Suzy being a people. I sure don't like lying to Mommy and Daddy, Toby, Doby said, shaking his head. We aren't lying, Doby. Not really, Toby replied. We aren't? Doby asked, looking his big brother in the eyes. Well, Toby frowned, trying to think of a better answer to give his little brother. Lying is wrong, and he knew that. They had to tell their parents the truth, even at the risk of never being able to have lunch again. We aren't exactly lying if they don't ask, Toby reasoned. We aren't? Doby asked again. No, Toby answered, not exactly. What are we exactly doing then? Doby asked. Toby thought and he thought and he thought some more. Then he had the answer. We are avoiding the truth until I can figure out a way of telling them. Oh, Doby sighed. Okay, Toby asked. Okay, Doby smiled. With that, the two brothers raised their paws in the air and slapped each other 5. Then, opening the bathroom door, they headed off toward the kitchen and supper. Okay. And when we come back, we'll find out how that goes. And we'll see if they are able to eat another meal without telling their Mommy and Daddy that they already had lunch. All right? So, you think about that. If somebody gave you lunch, would you tell your Mommy and Daddy? Would you let them know if you had a new friend, even if it was somebody that you didn't think they'd care for too much? All right. Have a good night, and we will see you again next Tuesday.